Okay, right. So welcome to part 2 of the introduction of the high income accelerator, right? So let's move on to now share with you the 6 key pillars, right, towards achieving a life of high income, high performance, and high fulfillment, right? And really just to drastically accelerate the path of your life, right? These are the 6 key pillars that we've identified through our years of research, experience, partnerships, interviews, right? Speaking with people, observations, right? And I can almost guarantee, right, that if you get all these 6 pillars right there in your life, right, you're gonna live a very wealthy, happy, fulfilled life, right? And this is the guarantee that we have, and this is exactly what we also help every one of our single client go through, right? And this is something that you want to nurture or grow right in your own life as well. Okay, so number one, right, is really to have a great sense of purpose. And we say great sense doesn't mean like it must be like huge, right? It must make $1 billion, right? So and so forth. But it just must be a purpose that it must be aligned to what you really want. It must be something that compels you. Right, and so one of the core things we help all our clients with is to develop a compelling vision, right? A vision that can feel excited, engaged, aligned, right? Where they wake up every day looking forward to it. Because at the end of the day, right, if you don't have a purpose, you don't have a vision that you feel excited by, right? That you feel driven by, right? That you feel there's something that compels you to keep going, right? Because compulsion is way more important than just having a nice little desire or just to want it. You must have something, right, that would drive you moving forward. That's number one. Number two is priority. So even the big vision, right, if you're not able to prioritize well, and one thing we share with people, right, it's never that you don't have enough time. It's all the fact that you're not clear of your priorities. Right, so the high income blueprint, right, is part of, right, putting as part of your priority, because without a blueprint, right, most of your actions might not be aligned to what you want in the first place, right? So priorities, right, is going to be something that you want to feel that is going to be most important for you right now, right? And some things, right, that might seem like a priority could be done in a future date, for example. So for example, right, if you want to learn trading or investing, but you don't have high income in the first place, right? Even if you have the best trading strategies in the world, right, you will still not make money, right? Because why? Let's say 100% of $50 is still $50, right? And you won't be able to use that to drastically change your life. So you want to be clear of your priorities, right? Getting your performance right, right? Getting your mindsets right, getting your goals right, right? Make sure that you know how to generate more income. So those could be more important priorities for you as well. Okay, number 3, psychology, right? So psychology just means what is the mindsets, the beliefs, right? Again, of course, according to Tony Robbins, is 80% of success, right? But without the right mindsets, without the right beliefs, right? And this is why I also invested 5 figures for my own mindset coach as well, right? Really, right? Just to ensure that my mindset, right, my brain, my psychology is well primed for the life I want to live as well. Okay, next one is performance, right? So all the information in the world will be for nothing unless you implement. And that's something we share with people. So performance is great because it helps you be more productive, more focused, more effective in what you do, right? We talk about high energy, high focus, right? That'll be your bonus as well, right? And that's what we talk about performance. And this 4, right, is what I call the sector neutral, right? But the next 2 pillars, number 1, right, is your product. And the product can either be you yourself, right, or what you're selling. Without a good product, right, without a good way to add value, right, in the marketplace, right, you suck, right, in terms of financials. So you want to have a great product that actually can add authentic, real value, right, and that people will pay you for. But of course, right, what people will say, even the best product in the world, right, you might not still be the richest. Right, and that's when the last P called promotion comes in, right, where it's about sales, about marketing, getting more people to know about your product, right, so that people will pay you more, right, whether it's in your job, your side hustle, your business, right, you must be good at promotion as well, because if you're not, right, even the best product in the world, right, might not make the most amount of money at the time. Okay, so what you do, right, is you're going to pause this video in a bit, right, and you want to pause, right, you don't want to just watch it through, you want to make sure this is active, right, talk about the 5 layers of learning, right, we talked about it earlier, right, you want to make sure that you implement as well. So the thing you're going to implement right now, right, is number 1, I want you to rate yourself, right, the rating for each of these categories. Right, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your level of satisfaction, right, what's your rating for each category, and I want to write down how will life be like if you continue staying at the rating that you were at. And I want you to be specific. Again, right, minimum input equals minimum results. Right, you want to make sure you take this exercise seriously, right? You can write your answers down in the comments here as well, right? Again, how will life be like if you continue staying this way, right? Be specific about it, right? Your area of your health, your wealth, your relationships, your happiness, right? How will life be like? Okay, and next one I'm going to write down is what rating would you like to achieve, right, in all these 6 areas? And again, how will life be like in your health, your wealth, relationships, your happiness, right? And the more specific you are, right, the more engaged your mind will be, right, which will make the rest of the videos, right, the rest of the online program a lot more effective for you. So pause this video right now if you have not, right? Write down, answer the questions, and look forward to seeing you in the next portion. Okay, so watching this, right, you should already pause the video and do these exercises, right? If not, please pause it and do it. If not, we're going to move on a little bit, right, which is the power of self-awareness, right? This will decide where you are right now. And so these are the 4 stages towards financial freedom, right? So next one, right, is what I call financial security, right? Which means your total income right now can cover your basic living expenses, right? Without worry. That means your basic food, your house, your insurance, right? Your transportation, so on and so forth, right? And it's properly covered. So this is financial security. Of course, before that, if you're not even here, you're financially insecure, right? So you can do something about it. So number 1, financial security. Number 2, right, is what we call financial vitality, which means your total income can cover your desired lifestyle without worry, right? So desired lifestyle is a certain area, right? And with the financial vitality, your total income, both active and passive, can cover it. The next one is what I call financial independence, right? Which means your monthly passive income can cover your basic living expenses, right? Your passive income, right, through your investments, your property, your crypto, right, whatever it is, right, can cover your basic living expenses. And then of course the last one is financial freedom, where you can do what you want, where you want, as much as you want without working. That means your passive income covers, right, your desired lifestyle. And that's at the end of the day, that's where everybody wants to be. Okay, so right, most people already know this, right? Financial freedom. But if I ask you right now, right, chances are, right, for you to achieve financial freedom, because let's say you have a huge lifestyle, a huge desired lifestyle, it'll probably take you a while, maybe a couple of years towards getting there, right? But the problem is, if you only wait till you get there to be happy, to be fulfilled, to enjoy your life, right, then you're in for a very tough time, right? So the next portion I want to share with you just very quickly is this thing called financial fulfillment, right, which is a state of mind. So financial freedom is a stage, right, it's an actual formula, but financial fulfillment is more of a state of mind besides just pure numbers. And what do I mean? It's what I call an internal way of being, right? If you don't know, right, we always talk about be, do, have, right, in terms of the success world, right? If you always talk about having or doing all the time, you'll never be successful in the long term. You always talk about being first. Where you don't have to wait to achieve it, you can actually start nurturing inside you right now. So one way is, of course, we thought financial scarcity envy, right? That means you're always thinking about there's not enough money. You're always trying to be, you're always being jealous of other people with more money, right? You always think there's not enough, right? There's fear. You think money is never going out to come by, right? And that's going to be a struggle. On the other hand, this is what we want to get to be. Number 1, we want to get people to have financial joy, being at peace, enjoying your life right now, enjoying the process of making more money, and doing what makes you happy without worry. So and I will share with my own thing later, right? But the next one is what I call financial fulfillment. Joy is one, fulfillment is more powerful, right? Because it provides you with the higher needs of the world, right? Which is contribution and growth. And you can choose to be financially fulfilled and financially joyful right now, right? Doing what provides you contribution and growth, right? In even any little way. So it's not saying that your job must be something that grows, right? That contributes, but in the little things you do, right? In your day life, your volunteer work, right? With your family, your friends, right? You can choose to be financially joyful and fulfillment, right? And so why this is important is because most poor financial decisions are made because of a lack of proper mindset, right? They're always coming from a space of scarcity or envy, right? And greed or ego. So and if you're always operating from that space, I guarantee you, it just takes that one mistake for entire wealth, right, to be wiped out. If you're not financially joyful or fulfilled, or you don't nurture that, the likelihood of you, right, not making the best financial decisions in the long term will be very low. So you want to make sure that it is important for you. And for me, right, I am fine. For me, for example, I am not financially free yet, right? I can share with you, I'm financially independent, right? But at the same time, I'm financially freaking fulfilled doing what I love, and I'm financially joyful. And that's why I can make the decisions that keep me going over and over again. Okay, so I'm going to end off this introduction with just 3 of the biggest mindsets that help me to achieve a multiple 6-figure fulfilling income, right? And number 1, right, is really about the fact that money is a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Whatever your beliefs, right, about money, right, whatever your beliefs of money is true. Money can be hard. Money can be easy to make, right? Money, right, is only for the rich people, right? Rich and self. Money can only be for generous people. Right, so the question to know, be very aware of your beliefs about money. Sometimes it's based on trauma of your past, right? Your family, your friends, your culture, society, government, the teachers, right? But be very intentional with the beliefs you want to have about money, and ask yourself, is it serving you or is it not serving you right now? And one of the best hacks I will give you is mix around more with people who's not just making money, but making money and enjoying the process. There's a lot of rich people out there, a lot of rich and unhappy people. Focus on people who are making money and they're happy with their lives. And number 2, right, I always ask people, right, is how much do you think a can of Coke right now is today worth? And a lot of people say maybe $2, $3, $4, right, which is fine. And then I'll ask people to compare, right, how much is a house, right, in Marina Bay Sands right now, and people say a couple of $1 million. Honestly, right now, I still have no idea. Right? So let's say it's $5 million. And I always ask, right, if I offer you $10,000 to buy a can of Coke versus $10,000 to buy a house in Marina Bay, which one is cheap and which one is expensive? And people think about it, obviously, right? The answer is, if it's a house, it's cheap. If it's a can of Coke, it's expensive. And it all boils down to a word called value, right? And right now, the majority of the world, right, they're not looking at the value $10,000 can bring them, right? They're looking at the cost, $10,000. So if you really want to be successful, right, my suggestion is stop looking at the cost all the time, but look at the value a certain action could bring. And this is not just money. This can be your time, your effort, your attention. The fact that you're putting your attention right now to this, right, goes to show that there's some value, right, this video and the next few videos can bring you. I'm guaranteed of that, right? But moving forward in your decisions in life, right, ensure that you're making it by value-based decisions rather than cost-based decisions. And I guarantee you go far in life. Right, this is why I invested more than $150,000 worth of programs, courses, seminars. Right, not because I love spending money, but because I know the value can bring me, right, can bring me millions of dollars, right, in the years to come. Be like that as well, right? And I think not saying you have to pay $150,000 like me, right? But the question, right, is how have you been making a decision based on cost, or are you making a decision based on value? Okay, and the last one, right, is the internal always reflects the external. This is taught by my own mentor, Melvin So, right? Invested about more than $30,000 with him, right, in a mastermind. And this is one of the first few lessons he teaches, which is that if you yourself are not aligned to what you want other people to do, right, people can smell, right, your inauthenticity a mile away. So, for example, if you want people to pay you premium prices, right, and you don't want to pay premium prices, how can you expect that to happen? Right, and people can sense it, right? People are great sensory creatures, right? So you want to make sure that if you want to do, or you want other people to pay you premium prices, you have to be first willing to pay the premium prices, right? You have to first practice what you preach, practice what you want others to do, right? And people will naturally follow you. And this is what I call the internal reflex the external. Okay, so if not, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick introduction video, right? There's going to be a lot more exciting things coming up for you, right? And this document is for you to take reference on, right? It's a great introduction, right? And we look forward to seeing you in the next couple of videos, right? To really help you to achieve the high income, right? While working less and living more. See you guys.